Yeah, for real this time, for real. Let me double check again. Okay.
Double check, triple check it.
Alright.
This is definitely not the first time we have done this. No, sir.
No. This is this is fresh. We just entered the room.
No, nothing about bunnies and the Geneva suggestion. No, nothing.
I mean, are you suggesting that we have done something before?
Yeah, we are in a time loop. I mean, we are really in a time loop right now. Tapi but we don't talk about that. We're doing the podcast, aren't we?
Okay. With that weird out of context cold open, welcome to dia.log, the Gamer Matters podcast.
Hello.
Oh.
Episode 87.
I can't believe we have done 87.
I can't believe we might have done more.
87.5 maybe.
87.
Look, the important thing is that it has been 86 episodes since the last technical difficulty, which involves lost footage of recording.
But do we not talk about the secret tips that we did? Tapi tak apalah.
Nah. The curtain is closed this time. No peeking.
Okay.
Introducing the panel, we have Daniel over there.
Hello.
And the other side is Anan.
What's up?
And oh god, should I do this again?
Yes.
Okay, god damn it. I've dug myself into this hole. No. Guess who's been playing? Guess who's been playing too much fantasy game the past month?
I thought you said Pekora channel, so I got distracted.
I mean, that's the bit. It's Meku-chan. No. I'm not Meku-chan. I'm Amirul Mekronos Ashraf, and this is episode 87. This is episode 87. What has happened the past 2 weeks, huh?
Besides the Steam sale?
Besides the Steam sales, and besides the past 3 minutes.
3 minutes? Okay, yeah. Time flows differently. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, you know, that when you feel deja vu, you kind of remember stuff, but I don't know. It's that weird feeling that's kind of kicking right now. Maybe it's just me. I don't know about you guys.
You tell that to the Dark Souls punya avatar who had to die and relive and die and relive over and over again. How does he feel?
You know what? That's quite deep, man.
Oh
man. We've definitely taken a turn in this timeline.
Yeah.
Boy. So, what have you guys been up to the past 2 weeks?
I think I'll go first, since in a different era or a different timeline, I also started first. So, I've been playing this weird ass military simulator game called Arma. I think you have guys heard of it before.
I think so.
I remember reading about Arma sekali. I think it's about the developers getting arrested in Greece for trespassing dekat an army base.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh god. All right.
You cannot fault them for not trying to be accurate.
Okay. They've done their job. No, because all I know about Arma is an army game where the Geneva Convention is kind of like just the Geneva suggestion.
Betul lah. True.
I mean, the war kind game, I guess. if you want to go that route.
Yeah. So I picked this game up during the Steam summer sale for the low price of 26 ringgit.
Mhm.
And oh boy, if you are friends on my Steam, you have seen that I've played like 50 hours of it already.
Wait,
And-
in what time span?
In like, okay, so today is the 2nd of July. I've been playing this since the Steam sale started.
Less than a week.
Yeah, so yeah, I've been taking like 5 hours every operation.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's
Okay, that's hardcore.
that's a time sink and then some. Okay, I see.
Okay lah.
Time and a half. That's
Time
for
enough.
sure.
But there are like, we did like, it's not like 5 hours straight. Like we did like, an afternoon session and then an evening session to, get to the grips with the quirkiness that is whatever this Arma game is. So, we did get some help from our friend. Like, it's not a friend of the show, no. It's a friend of mine that have played this game. Like, I think it's already 1,000 hours. So he showed us the ropes, how to do this, how to do that, how not to, how not to follow the Geneva Convention to a T.
What kind of friends that?
The good kind. So, let me give you some examples, I guess. So there was one operation where, because there's a mod for Arma that we can randomize events. So basically, every mission will be different depending on what you chosen the thing. So like for this mission, we are going to be fighting the Russians at this seaside base. So they give you an option like, you can go there by car or go there by helicopter. So I, the dumbass private that I am, took a helicopter and, okay lah, boleh lah. I think. So the helicopter then, you know what happens when you give a rookie the keys to a car? It explodes. So imagine giving
what?
that. Yeah. I exploded our vehicle or transportation just by hitting a rock. So my captain thought it was a good idea. Fly this helicopter. And you can guess what happens there. Apparently the landing gear is not G like in Grand Theft Auto. So imagine a helicopter hovering and just land on the ground and just explodes. Such is the way that of the Arma engine goes.
Wait, hold on. You just immediately drop down?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Because like there is like this button that you have to press and then it will retract the tires or something. But whoops. Fun. It's fun. Then we have, I think there was another event like my god, my captain really likes giving me vehicles because then at one point I had to drive a tank. So I thought it would be funny to, because the tank was slow and my squad mates had to tow the car in front because, it's too slow and we have to go to the objective forever. So I thought it would be quite funny, if I suddenly shoot the road and then they'll like, someone's attacked. But I didn't take account, this thing called internet lag. So that one shot on the road turns into one shot into the car.
Wait, direct hit then?
Direct hit, yeah.
Oh god.
It was like 4 people inside.
Oh boy, that's quite the war crime. Imagine going to the world court to answer for your
many deeds.
Please sir, it's the lag.
Please, sir. I didn't know it would shoot straight. I thought there was bullet drop. But yeah, it is quite interesting. This game called Arma. Like, it is the most customizable and yet somehow is still restrictive in a way, because there is some because I think it just counts by CPU. So if you do this and this, it might crash and break the game, which I've done 3 times already. Tapi yeah, Arma. But at least my bunch of group of friends play the likes of streamer like Soviet Warmer, just shenanigans and all, and not like, I think you guys heard of it before, the 15 Malay regiment before.
Oh, what is this a role playing thing we're talking about?
Yeah, it is like terang ni basically. I think I've read it on the paper. Definitely didn't Google it before this.
Wait, are they even doing the bullying stuff?
If you count sitting inside the water while your character freeze to death, does that count?
Oh sure, that's oh boy, oh man.
Yeah, because I think Arma is one of the few games that has weather effects, so like you can get cold and all. So whoops.
Oh man. Do they even have to role play marching or something like that? Because you know how our military drill.
They
oh
do.
God damn it! Man, that's the. I think another timeline we joke about how you can enroll into the military or something. Oh boy, they went there.
No, yeah.
Look, at least people can have their fun. Like for me, all those military stuff. Oh, I'm staying 10 foot away. Peace and thank you. I have repressed memories from all those different motivational camps.
The tutup mata anda camps.
Oh, I've been into worse. The snorkeling stuff as well. Oh boy, that was fun.
It's fun.
Question mark. Repressed memories. But if you guys are into that kind of thing, go for it. Don't let me stop you.
Yeah, but Arma is a good game if you have friends with, because the time just melts basically. And
that you know it's a big community when the local papers are covering them.
Yeah.
I mean even with the put the military junkies aside, I think it's still also you can still do the weird shenanigans. That's kind of cool. Wait, hold on. Is it Arma the one with the DLC where you just race go-karts?
Yes, I got that as well. I haven't got time to drive it around because we keep exploding by the Russians and all. But I've driven there before.
Uh-huh.
But like
I think you cut out.
Oh no. Oh no. Is it the army trying to stop me for talking about Arma?
I don't know. You stopped at god damn it. Is that why we have multiple timelines? Oh god.
No.
T4 where were you?
I've also been watching. This is a bit tangible. I've been watching Loki, and one of their blog points is the TVA, which is this time cops, which guards the timeline, the sacred timeline. Basically, is so if the timeline breaks, everything goes to hell. So,
wait, this is getting too meta now. The folks don't know what we're talking about here. Stuff is going on behind the curtain. No peeking, not yet. We'll break it later on. Interesting. So that's Arma.
Yeah, that's Arma. Get it 26 ringgit. Bring a bunch of friends. Yeah, it will be fun. So, Mac, what are you playing then?
Interestingly enough, it's also military related. So okay, the past month I've played 3 different games. All of them were released in June, and all of them are medieval theme in some way or form. So there's one game that I want to talk about, and yes, it is also kind of military related. It's medieval times. TimeCop, please let me talk about medieval times.
We're not breaking the flow of time yet.
Not yet.
Don't worry.
Oh,
Not
man.
yet.
Oh, so you guys have to make another decision. The usual dia.log choice bit. This time we have 2. Do you want me to talk about wizards and suffer the consequences just like last time, or do you guys want to let me talk about the better D&D game?
Okay, time calls. We'll follow your rules. Okay, what about the D&D game? What's that?
Oh man, wizards will be lost in time. That was, oh boy, that was interesting. So how about this? Before we go into the better D&D game, do we just want to segue still into the military stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Go
sure
ahead.
thing.
Okay, time call. Please let me talk about Chivalry 2. Because Chivalry 2 is a pretty good game about killing people with swords and pole arms and potentially brooms and chickens. And
Don't forget the bread.
yeah, some people are killing people with bread, with live footage. So here's the thing. There's a lot of like first person medieval combat games on PC for a while. I think you've heard of. I mean, there is Chivalry 1, Chivalry Medieval Warfare. That was a thing, of course. And I think the more popular ones in the past years is called Mordhau, which I feel which I feel like I couldn't say that it's more realistic, but because there are also goofy shenanigans you can do in that one. But Chivalry 2, because I came in without the knowledge of all those past games, I don't know what to expect. I know that maybe you have like first person combat, so it's gonna be like slow and methodical, which is kind of is, but also I didn't expect that there's like a lot of goofiness outside of the very realistic violence. I like to explain it like this. I came in expected like Game of Thrones combat, like all the war stuff, right? Not the sexy bits, just the war stuff. There's gore, there's decapitation, there's blood pools. But also, there's also Monty Python. Like, you literally can lose an arm, and the prompt goes like, oh, it's just a flesh wound. Use your other arm to flip people over. And you just last until like, you have a limited time until you like die from blood loss. Which is stupid. So for those who don't know, Chivalry 2 is like, you can play it as a 40-player game, 20 versus 20, or on next-gen console plus PC, you can also go for 64-player battles, like 32 versus 32. And yes, everybody is a player, unless the servers are unpopulated, then the AI kicks in. But for the most part, during the launch window, the launch month, the Singapore servers are well and alive. They are full of people. Some of them know how to play the game. Some of them are just like running to their deaths and respawn and run into their deaths again and respawn.
YOLO.
Speaking of YOLO, you have like voice chats rather than voice chat. It's like you can do like voice calls for from your character. So like there's like a dialogue wheel, 3 dialogue wheels in fact. So you get like you get your emotes, you get your yes, no, maybe, something like that, and you get your instructions for tactics and strategy and stuff. But for the most part, you'll be tapping that button so you can scream out loud. Oh!
The yelp then.
like you can customize your characters. You can also be female if you want to, but most of the customization parts are tailored to the male. And also you get different voice packs essentially, and all of them like portray a different character. The default voice is called Squire Boy, and as the name implies, and even the description kind of implies the weirdness. He's not a man, he's not a boy, but he's Squire Boy. And
Oh, I see.
Okay, now I understand as well.
I don't know, is it a reference?
I think it's a Monty Python reference.
I see. That I didn't get.
Do you know Choir Boy? What is Choir Boy?
Choir Boy. Alright, I get it now. I see. Cheeky. Very cheeky. Those Canadians.
Kind of jet like the Catholic Church, I guess.
Yeah.
So the whole bit about Squire Boy is that he's meek. He's like to suck up on people, especially like, oh, he's just a squire. He's just basically just brown nose. There's a prompt called brown nose unique to him. So he just goes like, oh Lord, you're so strong. You could be a knight. You could be a lord, or you could be a knight lord. And like stuff like that. And he's also like, as I demonstrated, he screams in a very meek manner, and really like the voice even crackle a bit, it breaks a bit. It's very genuine. And the fact that he's the only one, like, sort of, if you spam some buttons, he can also like, why are you guys keep on shouting all over? Something like that.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Oh yeah, breaking the fourth wall. If you lose the arm, not the arm again, or something like that. When he lost the arm. Oh yeah, he even screams that everyone else screams like, for Agatha, for the blue and gold, and he goes, for blue team, for that guy we like. For King Agatha.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, he's that kind of guy that basically he's the newbie of the battlefield, and everybody wants to be the newbie at the battlefield, and you can just have fun. They're like more try-hard people, more law appropriate characters. So you can do that too if you want to roleplay, you can. But if you want to do stupid stuff like throw horse down on people or trap yourself into a torture machine and kill yourself for whatever reason, you can do that too.
Interesting.
Yeah, even like, okay, I haven't even talked about the combat. The combat is actually very in-depth. Like, I look at it as, okay, you know how For Honor is kind of like close to fighting game kind of detail, as in you have the moves and stuff, right? Okay,
yeah.
Now don't think of it as very systematic, but all the systems are there. As in, you don't need to lock on, but you do have your light attacks and your heavy attacks. You have your vertical slices and your horizontal slices. You have your poke and stabs. You have your blocks, you have your counter attacks, which counts as the perfect parry in the game. You want to go more detail? There's a concept called advantage. For fight FGC people, you might know the terms of like plus 2 block, safe on block, stuff like that, right? That kind of concept also appears in Chivalry too, but they just call it advantage. So if you are blocking, blocking an attack, the advantage is on the other guy who's attacking.
Okay.
And I believe like if you break the, I might be wrong here, but if you like counter attack and like you attack you attack the other person who is attacking, and your attack lands first, you get the advantage, and your second attack will be faster than the other guy. So the tables have turned. Which is basically that's fighting game 101. There's like also like stuff that makes you like much better with fighting 1v2 or 1v3, whereby like when you get a successful block or parry, you will also get an advantage and you can attack. Also, you know how the game is first person, and the hitbox is actually on the weapon, and your blocking point is only at the front of your person. So that also comes into play. Like if you want to like make sure your attack lands faster, you should also go swing your camera down for a vertical attack, or swing it to the left if you want to attack the guy in front of you and you are swinging from right to left. You swing left first to make sure the hit lands first. It's kind of technical, but also like, oh yeah, there's depth in this combat. It's fun as well. If you don't know about it, if you just smash the buttons, that can work too. Also, you can block, right? There's also the equivalent for a grapple for those who want to, for FGC terms, who wants to punish people who are blocking too much. Basically, you just you kick and shove them on the shield, and if the block breaks, your weapons you might like throw down your weapons and you're basically unarmed. So no turtling for you.
No turtling. But what about birthday? Can we do birthday?
Happy birthday. Let's see. Technically yes, because one guy can just join in anytime to like attack you. But if that guy is in a combo and he keeps on getting the hits, you guys can basically get demolished. Just that guy just entered into death, which is a happy birthday. You get tagged in and then you still get into combo. Both characters, 3 characters get combo. That's a happy birthday. Yeah, it's all technical, but also you can do goofy stuff. You can actually use a catapult. So you have to like put rocks on the what you say, the thing that you want to fling. I don't know the technical terms. The spoon thing where you put the rock, and then you have to like wind down the whatever the mechanism is, and then you pull it, and then it shoots the rock to the whatever you are aiming at. It doesn't need to be a rock. It can be a person. You can be flung by a catapult and get there fast at a cost lah. There's fall damage.
What? Of course, that's fall damage.
Yeah. Like Chivalry 2 is both realistic and goofy at the same time. I'm kinda enjoying it. Like the fact that this one of the objective is that you're gonna raid the village, you're gonna burn everything, kill the villagers, burn their houses, and then one of the villagers, all of them apparently are male, and then you can hear one of the voice lines. Oh, how convenient that all the women and children are off to the Saturday picnic. How convenient. As everybody gets burned, tortured, demolished, decapitated, all that gruesome stuff. I find it is quite a good balance, and it's not like a full price game. It's kind of half price. Yeah, on Epic it's pretty cheap, like 69 ringgit, I believe, for the standard edition.
Ooh.
And on other platforms it's kind of like not full price, not 299 or not 249 ringgit. It's lesser. I think 169 is the mid tier for PS4, PS5.
That's the half. Yeah, around there.
Half normal price. But yeah, if you want multiplayer games, if you want to go into the medieval world, I think Chivalry 2 is a no-brainer. Just go have fun. No single player stuff, it's just multiplayer shenanigans. Whatever Daniel's done with Arma, you can do that here in the medieval way, I guess. I mean, if you want to use the toilet in there, I think you can, but I haven't got to try it because everybody's murdering me. Each time I want to go in, there's prompt. I've seen the prompt to go into the water closet. But that's Chivalry 2. The Time Cops have graced us. But this is the right decision, you guys.
This is the right timeline then. Okay, fine.
Okay. Everything is new from here on out. Okay. Now we continue to the other game that I've played. You know that there's a Dungeons and Dragons game that came out recently. Also in June.
You mean the bad one?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I won't call it bad. I call it mediocre. Like it's
mediocre.
nothing stands out. It's just there. I mean, I can see some people call it bad, but I call it mediocre. It's not offensive enough to be bad. I guess similar boat with Bella Wonderworld, but we'll see about that later. So, here's the thing: have you considered like playing tabletop D&D, but you do not want to like go into the rigmarole of like doing the DM, doing the character, learning the game systems and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Why not have a game that kind of lets you pretend to play pen and paper stuff with an aesthetic of paper cutouts also?
Ooh.
That's exactly what Wildermyth is. It's Wildermyth.
Wilder and Myth. Alright.
Myth. MYTH. It's okay. At first glance, it looks like an XCOM style tactical strategy tactics RPG. The yada yada yada. That game, right? That game with the turn-based stuff. But what really like elevates this game further is that there's a whole storytelling system. You know how there's a procedural storytelling system, as they call it. You create characters, and these characters will be plugged into different scenarios based on their character. Everything will be coherent. So okay, let me spell out one of the journeys I have with my cast of characters. Hold on, which one is it? Okay, that I made an all-female team, and apparently I just set the romantic options to I just romance anyone lah. I don't care, just to see where it goes. Right, that's fine. Okay. So, apparently, my characters, I called this one girl Siti and the other is Maya Karin. They hook up. Okay.
Ooh.
Apparently they hook up, and now, so a lot of the story bits that appear will see them all lovey-dovey and stuff. And then, of course, there's another character on the side. And they're always teasing the third wheeler, because a lot of the story prompts and the dialogue written in there is just like, oh yeah, we can talk about her, what she's doing, while we are enjoying our time between us. And the funny bit is that I called the other girl, the third wheeler, Aya be right back.
Yeah, be right.
and funnily enough, it works a lot better than expected, because she's always been the third wheeler. She's always off screen out there. Now my head canon goes like every time the main couple is all lovey-dovey, she just shouts her name and then exits stage left.
Okay, that's cool.
That's one happy coincidence. But that's the thing about Wildermyth. It's like, okay, you have a campaign, like there is like 5 different campaigns that are like story driven. They are like pre-written stuff, but also each character that you can customize have different personalities. They can develop relationships. They can also grow old. They can also lose limbs. Apparently this is a recurring theme. They can also transform into different things. Depends on, there are event choices that you can do. So this is basically a D&D playground if you like put your time with it, but in the form of turn-based strategy tactics combat. Which is interesting. The fun bit is that over time, the campaigns can be like 3 chapters, which is the short version, or 5 chapters long. What this means that after each chapter, you basically won. You have given the land a couple of years of peace, and this is basically a time skip during this. So you've won, you celebrated, the evil has been defeated, and then the Merry Adventure Guild that you have formed, whatever you decide to name of it, I just call it Pasukan Kuda Belang for whatever reason. Team Zebra all the way, baby. It's just you can look, you can customize, you can put silly things. Also, when they are off, so they are now like doing their own thing. Like the couple of Siti and Maya Karin goes off and have children. And then I can't remember what Aya's done, but there's like, okay, we have like vignettes of like, think Fallout New Vegas presentation endings, right? You have that kind of scene. You get to see story vignette. Oh, this person is doing this. This person is doing this. This person, and every different character that you created, depending on their personality, they also like have like specific events that happen to them. Like a loner character will just during the time skip, they went off into the unknown, nobody hears it, and then suddenly they came back. Also, some people might be grow old and they are like, okay, I gave up, I'm putting my boots up, I'm going to retire. You also like see scenes of that being played out, why they decided to like retire, what are their legacy, what did they do. And if you like have like young party members, you can have events where that party member that's leaving the group will like give the young party members experience. Who is that person mentoring? You can pick. So a lot of like very cool events, and yes, the characters do grow old. You get to see them all wrinkle up, and then like when you reach like chapter 3 or chapter 4, the new generation comes in. Oh, this is the new ones. Or you can recruit new ones. You can get the children into the party as well. Yeah, it's Fire Emblem sort of.
Okay.
I do like the time skip. It's kind of like, it's a good break. Like, okay, I'm done. And then you get to see, they're doing this now. Alright, cool. And you get to see these relationships grow and grow. Like, outside of just being romantic partners, you can also get the characters to be rivals. So so when those scenes came up, they just like banter each other. They're just mocking each other, but respectfully. They're still like not buddies, but like co-workers, I guess. But they banter. And there's a emotional point where the pair of rivals, one of them was taken out of action. When you are taken out of action, you can basically you're dead. But there is like a mortal choice that you can do. You can either like have them dead, but before they're dying, they can do like a special one-off attack to kill some enemies, or they can retreat, but at a cost. That cost can be like stats depreciation, some of your stat points are dropping, or they can lose limbs permanently. One of the rival characters I have had that going, and then after the battle is all over, you see a tender moment of one of the surviving rival goes into the next of the tent, says, you know what, hopefully you get better, and they get all emotional, and then realize, oh, the person sleeping, oh god damn it, good thing they didn't hear that, okay, and then leave. There's a lot of like nice written vignettes there. I mean, at its core, it's just like, oh, this is like a story point, and then you just plug in the characters, and then tweak the dialogue bit to match your personality of that characters. It's just like that. But because you are so invested with the characters, you keep on like bringing over to each chapter. Like they grew old over time. You get to watch them grow old. You get to watch them see shit. They get to endure some weird stuff. Sometimes you get cool armor, nice. Sometimes you touch a gem, and then a gem appears in your eye, and then the next time you see them again, the lake becomes like gem as well. Now they are transforming into some gem-like being or something. The characters go through some stuff, and you are all right. And it's much more fun when you like put your characters in, put effort into like creating your own characters with their own name and backstory, and you just see how it rules as the campaign progresses.
That was fun.
Yeah. My other fun character trio. Okay, there's another couple. The guy's name Bobo Lambok. I'm going for food team here because he's like my general go-to guy who can do everything. The warrior that can do everything. And this is not scripted, but they just form it naturally. But also there are moments where you can make a choice with it. Oh, you want them to be a romantic partner or not? But that's another thing lah. Their chosen partner, Bubur Lambuk, he went with Seri Muka, former kuih.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, and then they got the children to join the party, like up 2 chapters in. The child is a rogue. So I decided the right name for it is Lompat Tikam.
Lompat Tikam. Where have I heard that before?
Trust me, it's a type of kuih. Trust me, I'm not making it up. It is a type of kuih, and it makes so much sense that she's the one that's jumping and stabbing people. I mean, it's in the name, and also she's also kuih team, so it's still food team. The food runs in the family.
The food.
Look, Wildermyth is so fun. I think I want to rope you guys into a campaign also, because technically you can play multiplayer if you have multiple copies of it. Or you can do Steam remote play and just like we pretend like we control one character each and just run a campaign with it. And do the weird decisions and see the weird stuff. That's Wildermyth. I mean, combat is... I won't say it's XCOM-like. It's very different. It's kind of cool as well. But I don't want to talk it... You just read the review on GameMentals.com. I've went too detailed on that. But the very strong bits about Wildermyth is the story generation. It's the fact that I feel invested with my characters. And the most fun of it all is that if you begin another story, another campaign, right? And you have have completed campaigns before, those characters that survive the whole ordeal... No. All the characters that you encountered during that campaign that were party members in your party will be entered into what they call the legacy, your my legacy. So it's basically like a pool of legendary characters now. So in a new campaign, these characters you can pull them up to join your new story. So basically now they join as a veteran adventurer that you don't know exactly what they have been up to, but they have the whole party respects them, something like that. So basically, you can have your Power Ranger moment lah. You know how Power Rangers sometimes you get the returning cast is here. Oh, the badass from season 1 or something from the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is back. Oh, now he's become another different hero. You can get those kind of moments. Or have them become part of the lore during your adventures as well. You can have that too. Wildermyth fun.
Yeah. No, it sounds fun. How much is it on Steam?
44 ringgit. I believe.
Wow.
So it's an under 50 ringgit game as well.
Mm.
You know what? We have behind the curtain talks about maybe dropping story the best story award for this year's Game of the Year awards, right?
Okay.
Consider it cancelled. We putting this in. Was it last year or last year I put Crusader Kings 3 in there?
Last year,
right? Okay, so basically Wildermyth sits in that kind of slot where the story the story is what you not just you created, is comes from a set of data points that just connected together and you fill in the blanks, and then it becomes a story personalized to you and the one you care most. That's the kind of game Wildermyth is.
Yeah, you've made a compelling argument. that's what I can see. So, are we now going to the news?
The TIMECOPS allow us to go to the news.
I think the TIMECOPS allow us to go to the news.
Without the rabbit hole. We're free, Peku.
Free Meko. Our crimes. The Warcraft has been pardoned. Yeah.
Man, what a weird day of technical difficulties. Well, I guess it is all worth it that now we are in the news. So,
Yeah.
guys, I think we've alluded this for not only just for the last hour or so, it's also the previous timelines as well. It's Steam Summer Sale season.
Okay.
So, I guess it's already a tradition where we go and check in with everyone. What do you guys got for the Steam Summer Sale? What do you guys bought?
All right.
How much damage?
How much damage? I don't know. Alan, jangan dulu. I'm still counting.
Okay. I have spent at least 150.
Oh my god.
Okay. Would you like to share with the floor what games that you got? What good deals have you?
Okay, wait. Let me open my Steam first.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you can see, as you can hear, folks, we waited for this Steam sale quite a long time. Okay, carry on.
Okay. Oh, holy shit! Where is it? Wait.
See? Yeah, we are still counting our losses. So, as Anand says, so I've been buying before and after the sale. After the sale then. And boy, can I count my Xbox game purchase as also part of the Steam sale?
Put it at a separate list, but you can mention.
Alright, okay.
Let's start with the Steam stuff first.
Let's start with Steam stuff first. Okay. Anand, have you done?
I think so. Okay. I bought Dark Souls 2.
Ooh,
I see.
Okay. Sniper Elite 4.
Ooh, good choice.
Yeah, Sniper Elite 4. And then I got Dead Space 3. Because I want it on Steam, so I just get it. Dead Space 3. What else?
That's a co-op game. Now I remember.
Yeah.
The co-op, bro.
And then
Isaac and his friend.
No. Wait. I just got help one before. Hades. I got Hades.
Oh, good choice.
It's really good. Even though I only play like not even an hour, it's already like growing on me.
Nice. Good to hear.
Yeah. And then I got my humble choice, Civ 6. I got Civ 6.
You went with humble choice. Civ 6. Wait, is it Civ 6 with all the expansions?
Yes, the Platinum Edition.
Platinum Edition. Oh, okay. Platinum Edition does not include the new season pass, isn't it? The
I think
new
so, but I don't care.
Pass.
I'm not even a player, but I just get it anyway.
If you want to do shenanigans with Civ 6, I'm all ears.
Yeah, maybe I'll try later.
give it time. Like give it like 30 hours or so. Then we'll talk if you into it or not.
Yeah, I think that's all. I don't remember buying anything else. So yeah, it's like the notable purchase are the Sniper Elite 4, I guess, and the humble choice stuff.
Yeah, sounds nice. Oh boy, now I have to talk about mine. Okay, so I'll start before the sale. There was a pre-sale by our favorite frenemy, Konami, of Metal Gear Solid 5. So that's like, I think like it was $4. So that's around 15 ringgit. Okay. Then we go into the sale itself. So first up, it's the game which I just talked about. That is Arma. I bought that along with the DLCs for the cards and all. That's like, I think like 30, 39. Okay. Then we got Then I bought one of the best shooters in this generation so far, Ultra Kill, which is basically Devil May Cry, but what if per person? Amazing game.
You know that if you type in www.devilmayquake.com,
Yeah.
it leads to Ultra Kill's Steam page. They're literally calling it Devil May Quake.
Yeah.
God damn. Like for good reasons though. There's the style meter, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so good. So much fun trying to feel that. Okay, then I bought Vitamin B, so Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Because I just remembered I only played that illegally. So now I've fixed my ways. And then, so that was day one. So 3 days later, I thought to myself, what about I buy some shitty games as well? So, so the spending continues. Then I bought Crash Time 3, which is a good burnout style game about you becoming cops and wreak havoc the autobahn. Xenon Racer. You know that one, right?
I know the bargain bin you've been scouring. I mean, you can enjoy that, but okay, I see.
Yeah, I like my Trash Fire. Then we have Xenon Racer. It's also like RM3, so pretty good.
Oh.
Then Race the Future, also another bargain bin find. That's like 13. And then do you know that the Euro Truck Simulator guys made a bus driving game?
Is it an old one?
Yeah, it's an old one. That's like RM3. Okay.
I mean, I know like more modern bus simulator games are coming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bought another game, Wasted. This is an interesting game. This is basically a first-person roguelike. I've only seen this played by streamers, which is fun. And lastly, recently, basically, yesterday, I bought Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, and it's one way to support like Team Salvador, the guys who make Doki Doki Literature, and the extra content is amazing. Let's just say it's very meta. So
does it involve time cops?
I don't know.
Don't answer.
Probably not. Yeah, don't answer.
Maybe better to not answer.
But but ironically, the like, because this game they are porting it to console as well. But the first time you boot it up, there will be a loading screen called the Metaverse, which is quite ironic, basically. So altogether, I've counted. I'm actually a bit belakang from Anand, so like 100 and lebih, I think 100 lebih. Because Anand got me at $50 expensive.
You mentioned Xbox stuff.
Oh yeah, so 109 then. Mafia 3 Definitive Edition was on sale for like 9 ringgit.
Ooh.
So like okay lah. So that's 109 then.
Yeah.
So Meck, your turn.
As someone who has been spent the past month in the medieval fantasy time, I don't have the time and the budget to buy more games, but I did pull the plug recently. I bought some stuff. I think the blame is on Daniel. He's been egging on me about Deus Ex, and Deus Ex not clear.
Give me Deus Ex.
Deus Ex has been in hiatus for a while, so okay lah. I've pulled the plug. I'm buying the PC copy of Deus Ex. Mankind Divided, which is the third copy that I now own. 2 of them on PS4s. One of it is from PS Plus, so technically two lah. But also I've considered that because I don't think I'm gonna spend more games on the Steam sales, because I do scour the sale stuff, and most of the stuff I wanted I already have. Like, I wanted to buy the War of the Chosen DLC for XCOM 2, only to realize PASPAC have already done that. Oh wait, I bought it already. God, I forgot. Thank you. That was a good present. So I decided to just splurge, go all in. I bought the DLC, but then with the DLC, it's like Mankind Divided with the DLC is kind of like 42 ringgit, I believe. And then I see the full collection, discounting Human Revolution, which I already own. So the bundle adjusted to like 43 ringgit total. Oh yeah, 1 ringgit upsell for all the Deus Ex. For Deus Ex, the original one, Deus Ex 2, the less the a bit mixed one, just like Dark Souls 2 lah. Basically, it's a bit everybody's not really. And then the weird Deus Ex The Fall, which I don't think I'm gonna boot up anytime soon. For an extra $1, fine, I complete the collection and I've put it into the Steam library, and I've put an appropriate name for it. Give me Deus Ex.
Of course he did.
Of course
he did, right?
Of course. And the irony of it is that after completing the sale and done all of that, I boot up YouTube, and the first thing that appears is like a new interview from Game Informer with the guys at Eidos Montreal for Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like, God damn it, you guys! I don't know who's monitoring my all my links and whatever my purchases are, but God damn it, you guys, come on, stop it!
Boy,
that's not a happy coincidence. Someone really wants to egg on me on that one. God damn. That's my Steam sale story.
so altogether, damage from Earth 3 is $300 then. Give or take.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
What? I mean, it could be worse.
Could be worse, yeah. It could be worse.
We can survive.
It could be my friends though, who just all of them bought Fallout 76.
Oh God, why? Why?
I mean, if it's with consent, okay lah. But you sure?
I mean, they are all working adults with
Okay, that's fine.
salaries, so tak apa lah, biarlah.
I mean, if they have the budget to do so, fine. Especially if they know what they are going into.
I think my friend, like, before, it's actually one of my friends said before we do another session with Arma kan, he literally had to give me 30 minutes. I'm literally getting attacked by buggy super mutants.
Okay, then no.
Like, I'm inside the crying inside. Well, good luck. Good luck with that.
Okay. I won't blame them if they go knowing what to expect. Okay, go for it.
Yeah, I thought did say, and everything sometimes doesn't just work. Very cool, Ta'awad. Very cool.
He did.
Can't wait for day one, Starfield. Very cool. But it will be new engine, so maybe?
I'm not gonna bet big on a good unbuggy Bethesda game on launch.
Nah.
That's high stakes gambling, man. I don't think so, man. But I mean, you've hit the jackpot. Congratulations, lah. But man, I'm not gonna go that far.
Nah. Okay.
I guess
that's the end for our Steam punya Steam segment. So real news. Okay, I'll just read this. pour one out for the Forza fans because. Oh wait, I didn't realize there was an addition on top of my Forza news. Okay,
Oh,
Sony, yeah, Sony is on the shopping spree as well. Besides us, because they bought 2 new studios. Well, it's not new studios, but you get the point. They bought the developers of Returnal, Housemarque, which I am shocked they didn't when they were playing with Tetris Effect, but okay. And
Tetris Effect.
Siapa buat? Bukan, what's the game again? Resogun?
Yeah, Resogun.
Resogun, yeah.
Super Stardust HD. What is it? Next Machina? Is it that one?
Yeah, Next Machina as well. And also, this very interesting PC developers called, how do you pronounce this? Nixxes?
I've heard very different pronunciations. We're gonna go what? Nixxes, and IXSES.
Let's try. How does Google pronounce this? Yeah, Nixxes.
Okay,
they pronounce it Nixxes.
Let's just go Nixxes. Yeah, Sony nicked the Nixxes. Alright.
Sony nicked the Nixxes? So Nixxes is a PC port developer, which, that means they have been working with other companies like Ubisoft and...
Square
Ubisoft. Yeah.
In particular, Deus Ex.
See, it comes back.
God damn it.
Yeah. They ported Deus Ex Mankind Divided and Marvel's Avengers recently.
Yep. They do.
So, this is your bi-weekly reminder that Bloodborne on PC is still absent.
God damn.
But Anand, this is a good sign.
At what cost?
Why?
At what cost? I don't know. I don't know what the cost is.
Okay, I mean, cost-wise they haven't disclosed, but I mean,
they
have the cost. I mean, remember that Nixxes and the Nix, they've been like doing lots of PC port jobs for various companies, but now they will be integrating into PlayStation Studios. Will they continue to be a separate entity? Will they like only do PlayStation stuff moving forward? So that's the cost I'm going for here. Like, is there a bigger implication than we expected from you? The answer is I don't know. I'm just putting the question there.
We could ask our PlayStation representative, but he probably asked the same answer as well. So, but future,
I mean, if this acquisition does not lead to Bloodborne PC, I'm gonna ask more questions.
Mara for honor lah. From software. Okay. Well, speaking of the dead, weird segue, but I know. Forza Horizon 4 has gotten their final update. Well, final macam like
content update.
How do you pronounce? Yeah, final content update basically, because they are now full steam ahead on Forza Horizon 5 or Vamos Horizon.
The fun poeticness is that the last car they've added is from a Mexican manufacturer.
Oh yeah.
That's wink wink.
So imagine in another timeline, this was Forza Horizon Japan. What Japanese car would they put last?
I don't know. They've already pulled the big one. They've pulled the Supra. They've done the beat. So I don't know.
Oh, the new Supra. They probably can put the new Supra atau the new Yaris.
Yeah. More Toyotas.
Oh, okay. And well, it's been fun, Horizon. This is fun. We'll see you in November.
They've done like straight 30 content updates. Non-stop monthly. 30 months. Like the series, the current series that just launched, the last final update is called Series 37. Starting with Series 7 is like the first one where they added like the seasonal stuff, the seasonal playlist, and the drop of new cars every month. That's a long streak, by the way, so good for them for continuously doing the work.
Oh yeah, do you know that I've read somewhere again I think on my friend's Discord about racing games. Technically, since this has 4 seasons, this Horizon Festival has been going on for 37 years.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed in so.
They are trapped in the time loop. An endless festival time loop where the season only change the changes. No, time and season moves, but in a circular form. It continues to loop every day.
Yeah. Wow. Imagine again. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Imagine that. So the other news, instead of dying, there's this is another weird segue, but okay. PSO2, it just got their new DLC. Is it DLC or expansion?
I consider it a new beginning. Basically a fresh start. Not reboot, but it's weird to find a good way to explain it without going Final Fantasy 14. They nuke the world. But the world isn't actually nuked, it's on the other side. You can still play it. Basically, I don't know, fresh expansion? Let's go with expansion.
Yeah, fresh expansion. Yeah, so they have this new fresh expansion is getting their first seasonal event.
Okay, so let me get this straight. It wasn't me that put this on the docket, so I don't know if you guys want to hear PSO2 news. It's also technically fantasy. Another fantasy game I played in June, but it's sci-fi, so that doesn't count.
I was fast.
I mean, it's PH fantasy. Okay, so right now at the state of PSO2 New Genesis is kind of like, we've done the launch bit, but what else? Content is kind of like slow, understandably. So starting next month, they're gonna kick off what they call a seasonal event. I'm not sure if base PSO2 do this kind of things, but this feels like more similar to your Destiny 2 seasonal events.
Oh, the Hall of Glass or whatever lah.
So basically like the Winter Solstice, those kind of ones where it just comes and goes. Because when you go there, the lobby has like cosmetic updates. There's also like new limited time missions that you have to do, and then when you get that, when you complete those, you get new resources, and then you go to the event vendor, and then you trade the resources for cool new stuff, including the first elemental weapon for New Genesis.
Ooh.
So that's kind of cool. Also, the seasonal there will be seasonal enemies that are weak to that elemental weapon, so there's a motivation to use that. The event itself is to commemorate the 9th year anniversary of PSO2. It's 9 years old. That's why they just reboot the game, technically. It's old. It's ridiculously old. Yeah, here we are. And I guess the biggest is because the whole information dump is through, like, they're now doing a monthly show. So they just say...
The Forza monthly.
Basically that, but also like the fun bit is because the show is technically by the guys in Japan, but they also dub it and also releases it on time, simultaneous release. So you have the English version with the dub and the Japanese version with their own thing over there, which is kind of cool. And because with New Genesis, everything is like in sync between the two. Although you cannot go from global servers to Japan servers anymore. So
Xbox only server.
I mean before this, like those two servers don't mingle with each other, but somehow the early players, I mean before we got the global servers, they've already played on JP servers, right? So I think like for them to like they have no ways of like migrating servers, and I think they've already like put in like weird limits to accessing the JP servers. I'm not sure enough about that part. What I'm sure is that there will be a new class coming in August. It's called the Braver. It's technically a class that we've seen in PSO2. And I think the Weaves will love it. Which is basically the whole population of PSO2 players. You have a bow and you have a katana. And if you see the katana, I don't know, because I watched the chat and all I see is motivated, judgment card, motivated. So a certain, I don't know, if he show to a certain Wal Namiro, maybe he'll be inclined to PSO2 himself into PSO2. But we'll see. We'll see in August. Also, there's a bunch of gacha things they've showed on the showcase.
Oh no!
Of course, I mean that's the way they make money. And I don't know if you guys watched the scratch stick, the video embedded on our site there, on the news piece. There's what to quote Anand's word, there are two big reasons why people play this game. There's one of the cosmetics is basically I don't know how to put it, but it's so tacky. It's so, oh man, it's so in your face. I mean, yeah. Okay. I mean, there's boob sliders.
Boob sliders.
Okay, boob sliders is a thing. But, how about an accessory item where you could bigger boobs? Which badongas? Enormous badong-kadongs. I don't know. That's PSO2. It's weep heaven, man. I mean,
Weep heaven, let's go.
To the point that that the game has a sort of like, you can like they call it a symbol art where you can draw anything and then you post it on chat. Guess what are they drawing on there? I mean, there are the occasional cool JoJo artwork, and yes, there are a few HoloLive stands. I've seen them. They are very cool, but some of them are borderline legal. Borderline M-rated. Which, oh boy, they skirted just a bit. God damn it. That's PSO2. I want to suggest that shut down the symbol arts before you stream the game, but I think right now it's already turned off for some reason. I don't know. The enemy is defeated? Nah, not necessarily. But yeah, PSO2 New Genesis is great if you're just starting out. But if you're a veteran, maybe just wait a bit. It's not enough content yet. Anyway, you have unlocked so many. You have extended the podcast for how many minutes because of that? Whoops.
I'm going to extend it more. So because the next news is about Windows 11. It has been recently announced, and it has been in the talking point for like about a week right now. So me and Meck would like to have the opinion of Anand. So Anand, what do you think about the Windows 11 for now?
Kind of reskin Windows 10, I guess. Looks like it. I don't know.
That's the weird thing. Yeah. Why are they even calling it 11? Why they bump the number?
No, they initially they said Windows 10 is gonna be like the last version of Windows.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't trust Microsoft. as I had always been. Yeah, I don't trust Microsoft. I don't know. I don't know why they want to pivot from the Windows 10 forever stance. I don't know. Maybe they say, okay, we're losing money. But
is it?
I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking.
Is it the Destiny thing? Or Destiny will be a 10-year it will be a 10-year platform.
Also, Destiny 2.
Yeah, the Destiny. Yeah.
Destiny 2 will be the eternal platform now. Oh god.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, naming aside, I mean Windows 11 is okay in terms of naming. They will be into trouble if they go into Windows 12 because have you Googled Windows 12?
What? Oh,
Have you Googled Windows 12? It's already a thing.
what?
It's a joke OS.
Joe OS?
I don't know why, but it is a joke OS and good. And I don't know if they're gonna call it Windows 11 to the next decade or so.
So I think this is the reaction. This is just Microsoft reacting to people saying like every time we get the COVID-19 jab, everybody's like, "Oh, I've gotten my Windows 11." And yeah, and then they're like, "Okay, fine, we'll release the Windows 11, so stop making these dumbass jokes."
Oh man, but the only reason we're talking about computer OSs is because that Microsoft during the reveal actually put effort into like showcasing the gaming side of Windows 11, which is interesting. I mean, leading up to the E3 stuff that they've said, like Microsoft have already said they are all in gaming and they want to support gaming stuff, right? And apparently it's not just the Xbox side. Oh, they pushing it in the Windows side as well. The first thing they reveal, the first remarkable thing about Windows 11 is that the Xbox app, which is technically an opt-in thing, will now come default in all Windows 11 devices. So you will have Xbox Game Pass for PC being shoved in your face. Asterisk for the certain countries that support
it. 11, 20 countries, I think.
The few countries that do support Xbox Game Pass. That's gonna be an come on lah, Microsoft, come on, we're here.
Come on lah, bro.
When Singapore, next door only.
Yeah, Singapore already got it. Come on, Phil. We'll belanja you nasi lemak, the better nasi lemak.
Come on,
the better nasi lemak.
You want chili crab? Fine, we can go to Malacca. Just say the word.
Okay, other than that, they are also like bringing in some of the behind. I'm just gonna say behind the scenes tech because one of them is called Auto HDR, which is like some thingamajiggery that will make your game to have HDR profiles without any player or developer's input. Hence, there was an utterance of "it just works" in the presentation. I'm not kidding.
It just works. It just works.
They Todd did not appear, but he was in spirit. Bethesda did appear. That's the only reason why. Okay, we have to talk about this Windows 11. God damn it, they have us. They have to say something about this. I thought it was just okay, reskin. Let's just enjoy it for what it is. No. They want to do something about gaming. Also, the other backdoor behind the scenes tech is that they are bringing the direct storage API, which is something a software thing that on the Xbox Series consoles to make the SSD faster and efficient, I believe.
Not necessarily. The access from the CPU to the storage is faster.
Okay.
Okay. That's it.
The word was throughput, is it?
Throughput, yeah.
Okay.
Less processing overhead, so faster access. As a consequence, yeah, that's why.
We'll say not necessarily faster storage speeds, but it will lead to that lah.
Yeah, I mean it can lead to faster, not faster throughput, but faster response, so to speak. Yeah, and maybe faster throughput as a consequence. Yeah, it's kind of complex, but yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Just don't go into that hole. No, we have a podcast
it's gonna
to finish.
Be faster. Okay, the general thing is it's gonna be faster. How is it faster? We're not gonna go there.
Definitely faster. So good to see the console tech is coming to PC side as well. I mean, the PC can do it. It's just a matter of they want to do it or not. So yeah, good on them. So yeah,
yeah, one more thing. The Android APK side loading.
yeah.
Thank you, Microsoft. Now I can play. I don't know what game, gacha game am I playing anymore. Probably Grand Blue. Right now I can play Grand Blue.
Grand Blue.
Yeah, they said on the presentation is that you can install apps from. You go into the Microsoft Store and then you go to the Amazon Store inside there and then you download the APKs from there.
Ooh.
But after that, they've also confirmed that side loading APKs will be a thing.
Yeah.
Interesting. So no BlueStacks lah.
Yeah, and that's it for my Microsoft Windows 11. From a meme to now a real thing. And then next up, we're just gonna go this quickly. Konami is releasing a new game. Actually, a bunch of games now, basically, because the first game is between the remaining Konami team. Crimesight is the name. And please don't say this is Among Us by anime, please.
I mean the fact
Amogus.
spotter when the imposter is sus.
Susi bakal.
The susi bakal.
I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell. I've been spending too much in the Amogus subreddit.
That's why, same. I'm not even spending time on the subreddit. I just see it on my Reddit punya like hot tab now.
Yeah.
Just like, oh god.
Amogus. What the hell is this?
That nightmare fuel of a picture will never stop being funny to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's technically called a social deduction game, which is technically in that ballpark. I mean, if you want to cast the net a bit further, right? Project Winter, Among Us. What's the old game? The Shape. You know the Shape where you get to murder people, right? Yeah. The net can be casted bigger, but come on, the zeitgeist is all Among Us.
Anime Among Us.
Oh, let go. But seriously, Konami publishing game pretty sus, man.
First time. Like, this is the first time in a long while. Because
it's gotta be pachinko machine again, trust me.
like, yeah. And the best part, like recently as well, Konami has gone into a publishing deal or partnership with the Medium's Bloober Team, which a lot of alarm bells are saying it is a certain special
Quiet
place. Slope. Yeah, Quiet Slope. But for real this time.
It would be funny if they just call it Quiet Slope.
Like Konami Susapaya giving them the IP to Silent Hill, and then they're like, can we just rename it as well? But we give you the IP. No, we don't want the name. I mean, okay lah. The Medium is okay. I give it a 7 because it drags sometimes, but it's okay. It is a good Silent Hill tribute game. And I think Konami thinks so as well, so dapat lah.
Okay.
So right now is in like this pendulum lah. We need gold to beat the classics like 1 to 4. Ataupun into the Western developer pile you go.
Oh boy. I mean, the odds are not in favor since they are already They are already on the Western pile. Can they reach the Quiet Slope that is Silent Hill? What before? Can they climb that? I hope it's just a slope, not a hill.
And lastly, this is a message from the Ether.
Oh man, god damn it.
Do you want to read this? How do you read this? Okay. in favor of the time cops who but let us go finish this episode. I shall say this now. Mami Kyoka for Scarlet Nexus. Ara Yoshi.
What the hell?
Okay, that's a good way to end the podcast now.
Oh man, the time cops have finally pleased at us. Outside the few weird niggles here and there, for those who have been keeping up and who might have already spotted why is this cutting out or why is there like shh in some parts of the podcast, there has been technical difficulties. The podcast has been started the second time. This is the second time that happened since episode 2 of dia.log, so it's been a long streak of no technical difficulties. So, man, that was a fun time.
And time for the thumbnail?
Yeah, thumbnail.
I guess you just a cop tapi dressed in time.
Oh, you know the Super Sentai series about time cops. Is it called time cops literally? No, it's Future Cop or something. Let me check. Because they are, from what I remember, they do have like not Future Cops. No, that's the Hong Kong.
Is it Bara Police?
Okay, I'll find the name, but it was a Super Sentai team with 3 people, and they are look future Cyber Cops. Is it Cyber Cops?
I think so.
We'll dip into
Yes.
That's the one. Then no Keisasu Cyber Cop. Yeah, Keisasu. Yeah, I know that word now.
Oh my goodness.
The time cops has been pleased. Okay, we gotta put Cyber Cops there.
And then
medieval soldiers and
a price tag of 300.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Hopefully, yep, the recording still on. Social links and social links.
Alright. I have been Daniel. You can follow me on Twitter at FL4KY. I did a review on the 2021 version of the Acer Nitro 5 recently. It is very powerful because it has an RTX. Go read it. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Anan?
You can find me on Twitter, twitter.com/dropnear, DR4UPN1R, DR4UPN1R. I don't know. I'm deep into Unity right now, so I don't know whether you can find something.
It's remaking Tanah Kubur, everyone.
Maybe. I'm doing an island map right now, so that's just a simple one.
Alright.
I'm half game dev now.
Ooh.
I'm trying some game development. Yeah. Okay, Mac.
And I have been Amirul Mekronos Ashraf Meckronos. No, that was a joke. Don't call me Meku-chan. That's cringe, baby.
Oh no.
Oh no, the time cost will not be pleased, please. You can find my review of Wildermyth as well as Chivalry 2 and the other game that the time cops did not allow us. In another timeline, we may have talked about that game. It's called Spellcaster University. That's also coming to gamermatters.com. Check it out. That's it. That's dia.log, the Gamer Matters podcast. And
remember, this is even though this is not the good timeline, we have to make it the good timeline.
And remember to brush your teeth, kids.
Yeah.
Brush your teeth.
Okay, now for real, is this a time to stop?
Yeah.
Yeah.